President Kibaki strode into the chambers shortly after 3 p.m. to outline the government's legislative agenda for the fourth session of the 10th Parliament. But the fight against corruption dominated the agenda, with the president seemingly directing his guns at Prime Minister Raila Odinga over his controversial decision to suspend Agriculture Minister William Ruto and his education counterpart Professor Sam Ongeri over the maize and free primary education scandals.
We must not politicize or personalize the fight against corruption.
Despite being the target of Kibaki's attack, Raila sat pensively. The president insisted that the Grand Coalition remains resolute in the fight against graft, but cautioned that justice must be done at all times.
In order to win this war, we must apply the law in a manner that is impartial and just.
He directed all anti-corruption agencies to fast-track and conclude all pending corruption cases and enhance preventive measures. The judiciary was also challenged to speedily expedite all corruption cases before it.
Corruption undermines government policies and distorts allocation of public resources. It gives our country a poor image and discourages investments.
The Prime Minister has already declared that there is a dispute in the coalition government and even called for the return of Chief Mediator Kofi Annan to help resolve the crisis. However, his coalition partner sees no crisis or any need to invite Annan.
Kenyans should trust the leadership of the country and abandon the temptation to look externally or for solutions that can easily be found locally.
On constitutional matters, the president hailed the Parliamentary Select Committee on Constitution Review for cracking a political consensus on the contentious issues during their 10-day retreat in Naivasha.
This 10th Parliament has a historic opportunity to rise to the occasion by passing a new constitution for the Republic of Kenya.
Your Excellency, we have no reason, nor business, to call each other names merely because of a difference in opinion or stand on a given article or clause in the harmonized draft constitution.
And he reminded the MPs that they had a rare opportunity to leave a mark in the country's history.
May I note that in my nearly half a century as a legislator, there has not been a session of Parliament with the potential to bring as much positive change to Kenya as this one.
Among the crucial bills that the government intends to bring to Parliament during this session include the Elections Bill, Police Reforms Bill, Local Government Bill, and several business-friendly bills. The differences of opinion between the President and the Prime Minister on the fight against corruption have permeated into the floor of the House. However, these differences could have an adverse effect on the ongoing constitution review process, particularly if their supporters will maintain hardline positions on these critical matters. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, at Parliament Buildings in Nairobi.